Canelo comes out and does what Canelo should do, Canelo wins the fight. Canelo comes out and does what he shouldn't do, Crawford wins the fight.
Well, with Crawford, what are Crawford's keys to victory when you are fighting someone like Canelo, who, albeit maybe not in height, but in stature, is a much bigger man than him?
Control the center of the ring.
What do you think about Terence Crawford calling out Canelo?
You know, I don't like that fight.
I say, Terence win. Yes.
What? Terence win over Canelo?
Yes, Terence win.
The boxing world is buzzing with excitement as Canelo, Alvarez, and Terence. Bud Crawford officially sign on for a blockbuster showdown. Pundits, former champions, and analysts are split on how this fight might unfold. Some believe Crawford's elite skills give him a real shot at victory, while others argue that Canelo's size, power, and experience at 168 pounds will be too much to overcome. Boxing legend Mike Tyson has voiced his disapproval of the matchup. He points to Crawford's struggles against Egidijus Kavaliauskas, citing the size difference and awkward style, and suggests that facing a naturally bigger and stronger opponent like Canelo at super middleweight may not be a wise move.
What do you think about Terence Crawford calling out Canelo?
You know, I don't like that fight.
Why not?
I don't like that fight. It's just too much weight, you know, and he had a close fight with the last guy he fought, Terence, because this guy was big and he was awkward. He was really awkward. He shouldn't have fought that guy. Right. Should have fought a guy that would just come straight at him. The guy was too awkward.
He's hurt and jerky.
Our David Benavidez offers a compelling take on the matchup. He believes Crawford has a legitimate chance to win. In fact, Benavidez says he wouldn't be shocked if Crawford pulled off the upset, crediting his elite skills, mental toughness, and relentless work ethic as key factors that could lead to victory.
Like it's gonna come to fruition in September. What are your thoughts on that bout?
I have nothing to say. It's a good fight. And it's a good fight. I wish both of them the best.
All right, next question. Do you use that for motivation? Canelo's like, you know.
I definitely do use that as motivation because if I was such an easy fighter and target, he would have came and beat me already. Just for him not fighting me lets me know how dangerous I am.
How would you approach a fight?
Is there scissors? Is there scissors? That's scissors. Go ahead.
How would you approach a fight with Terence Crawford if it was you against him?
To be honest with you, if I fought Terence Crawford, I would definitely use my size, my reach, my weight to my advantage. Crawford is a very smart fighter, but I guess thankfully I'm not fighting him.
At the same time, Benavidez admits he has mixed feelings about the fight. While acknowledging that Canelo is the biggest payday in boxing, a target for every contender, he personally disagrees with Crawford making such a dramatic leap in weight.
Crawford throwing his hat in to want to fight Canelo at 168.
I mean, everybody wants to fight Canelo. It's the money fight. You know what I mean? I think even Inoue would come up to fight Canelo. Canelo wanted to fight him. I mean, I don't want to see Crawford to fight Canelo, to be honest with you. But it would be. I'm not saying it wouldn't be a great fight. It'd be a great fight. But I feel like if I deserve my opportunity, and and after this fight, what else are they gonna say? You know what I mean? This is a tough fight. You know, the top WBC, the top people ranked at the WBC are fighting each other. So I mean, it should be an easy call. If I can't get those fights, then I'll go up to fight Bivol, or I'll go try to, you know, I set my conquest on 175. Like I said, I don't want no handouts either. I want to, you know, earn my spots everywhere I go, even at 175. But you know, I see that weight class. You know, I want to become champion at 175, and that's exactly what I'm going to do.
For unified heavyweight, champion Oleksandr Usyk, a master tactician in his own right, views this fight as a classic clash between size and skill. While recognizing that Canelo holds the size advantage, Usyk puts his faith in technique over power. He believes Crawford's sharper, more refined boxing ability will be the deciding factor. In Usyk's words, skills win fights, and in his eyes, Crawford is the more complete boxer.
Potential fight between Canelo and Terence Crawford.
Yeah.
How do you see that fight? Who do you like?
Terence.
Wow.
My friend, but it's crazy man. Listen, I say Terence win. Yes.
What? Terence win over Canelo?
Yes, Terence win. But listen, Terence, different man. Terence work in две стойка.
Two sides.
Two sides.
Right.
Right.
Switch hitter.
Yeah.
Switch hitter. Yeah.
Right and left. But it's very smart, man. Very, very, very smart. But feel distance and play.
Adjustment.
Spacing,
Exactly.
boxing.
You don't think the weight difference will be a factor too much?
Mario, you're asking him?
That's why. That's why I'm asking. Exactly.
Canelo big. Yeah, Canelo too. Good box. But I say that.
Wow.
Boxing great Roy Jones Jr. also weighed in with a balanced perspective. He sees two possible outcomes. If Canelo enters the ring in peak condition and fights with urgency, he believes Canelo will come out on top. But if Canelo is off his game or underestimates Crawford, then Crawford could exploit the opportunity and take control. For Jones Jr., the outcome depends entirely on which version of Canelo shows up on fight night.
Yeah, because a lot of people are saying like, hey, forget about Canelo. That was a tough fight with Madrimov. Go ahead and give Boots a shot. Give Boots the chance. But Eddie's saying, hey, I think Crawford's saying, hey, give me the Canelo fight or I'm not fighting. I'm done.
Why? What he got to prove to Boots? Boots trying to take over, start beating the guys around him, prove that he's the best of that group. Bud is in a group above him. Bud don't need to come back down to 47 to meet him. That's crazy. Why would he? Bud looking to try to make history and get out. Get his big bank and get out. His big bank is who? Canelo. He willing to take that gamble, see if he can beat him. If he beats him, he may go fight Benavidez next. If he don't beat him, he say, okay, I took it as high as I could go. I'm done.
That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy if he gets the win. Like, oh my God.
Former world champion Sean Porter, who shared the ring with Crawford, raised a few concerns. He acknowledges Crawford's grit and defensive skills, but questions whether Crawford can withstand Canelo's punching power. Porter emphasizes that while Crawford is physically strong, Canelo has a history of knocking out naturally larger opponents, which could pose a serious threat.
The others say like, no, that's 2 more weight classes. Like once he gets touched by Canelo, it's gonna be different.
I am concerned about him absorbing a Canelo punch, especially through the course of 12 rounds. We do know this about Canelo, he's gonna slow down, so I think if anything, Canelo would try to start fast and bang on him and break him down before he gets later, and he still got that kind of steam. But, there's so many components that make a champion. There's so many components that make a great, a legend. It's just so much to go into. It's a conversation that lasts an hour easily when we talk about all of the components that Terrence Crawford has, all of the components that Canelo have, and how we find how they even out and who trumps one another, you know what I mean? We tried to do that with Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, and we see how that panned out, you know what I mean? So,
former welterweight champion Amir Khan, who was stopped by Canelo in 2016, offers a blunt warning: stay away. Khan says he knows firsthand what it feels like to be hit by Canelo and believes moving up to 168 pounds is far too risky for Crawford. In his opinion, the size jump could spell disaster.
I don't think that should happen. Look, I like Crawford, and I think Canelo is a beast at that weight. Honestly, I would advise Crawford not to do that.
Canelo versus Jamel Charlo playing out.
I think Canelo just outboxes. Well, no, doesn't outbox him, but I think just outpowers him and beats him to the punch. And you do give Canelo does have some sort of decent speed as well. So I think Canelo just wins that fight easy.
Would it be a knockout?
Could be, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say.
Former IBF super middleweight champion Caleb Plant sees danger on both sides. He praises Crawford's adaptability and unorthodox style, calling him a unique threat in any weight class. While Plant acknowledges the weight difference as a major factor, he also highlights Crawford's ring IQ and strategic brilliance, elements that could make the fight much closer than people expect.
Terrence is not a regular guy. You know what I'm saying? He's special. And, Canelo, he's a top-notch fighter, world-class fighter, still on the pound-for-pound list, I'm sure towards somewhere near the top. And it's exciting. Terrence is freakishly strong. He can punch. He's got good crack. He can fight from both ways. Orthodox, southpaw. He can fight at mid-range, close range, outside. And he can fight going both ways. So it's exciting. It's exciting. It's a big question mark on the end of it, though. So that's why, you know, I'm sure all of us are excited for that bell to ring and, you know, be able to find out firsthand.
What round does Crawford get knocked out? I'm gonna put 8. Let's put it on the universe. So I'm gonna put it on 8. 8. And if it goes the other way, I 8. You know, I 8. So yeah, Ryan, Joe, and Eddie Reynoso also. That'll be cool, man. We all get work. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have our own underground boxing, me and Ryan, before we fight.
That wraps it up for today's breakdown. Stay tuned for more expert takes as the countdown to Canelo versus Crawford continues.